Good morning, my dear students. I will discuss about the theory of structure 5 for Mumbai University, that is the design of steel structure. In this series of video, actually I will discuss that what are the types of the question that may be asked in the exam and what you are supposed to write. There are few books you can follow for steel structure. Number 1, Design of Steel Structure by Negi. Number 2, Design of Steel Structure by S.K. Duggal. My intention in this video is to teach you or to guide you how to write the answers in the exam so that you get full marks. But if you want further reading or if you want to know the subjects in a better way, always refer to the textbook as I have already mentioned by Negi and Duggal. So please let us listen to the video and put your comments in the comment box, and please ask me any other query if you want me to resolve. Question number 1. What are the rolled and regular steel section? This is question number 1. Rolled steel sections, actually rolled steel sections are manufactured in rolling mills and they are used as a structural member. ISI Handbook for Structural Engineer, from there we can get idea about the nominal dimension, weight and the geometrical properties of various rolled steel section. Various geometrical properties means, for example, moment of inertia, section modulus, flange width in case of a I section, T section, like this way. And what are regular steel sections? Regular steel sections are which are readily available in the market and have frequent demand. So this is question number 1. Let us see the second question. What are the types of the rolled steel section? So there are 8 types. Number 1, I section, channel section, T section, angle section, then bars, tubes, flats, sheets and strips and plates. So these are the different types of rolled steel section. Question number 3. What are different types of rolled steel beam section? Just now I have discussed that के कितने type के rolled steel sections मिलते हैं. Now out of that, if you have asked that you discuss different types of rolled steel beam section. So as per IS 808 1989, rolled steel beam sections are as follows. See, in the question, this type of questions may also be formed that their abbreviations are given. That means if I tell that write the full form of ISJB. So what you have to write? ISJB means Indian Standard Junior or Joist Beams. Then Indian Standard Light Beams is represented at ISLB. IS and B, they stand for Indian Standard and Beam, and you just see the letter is different. ISMB stands for Indian Standard Medium Weight Beams. ISWP stands for Indian Standard Wide Flange Beams. ISHB stands for Indian Standard Heavy Weight Beams. Let us see the next question. What are different types of rolled steel channel section? Now they are categorized as follows, that Indian Standard Joist or Junior Channel, they are ISJC. Indian Standard, C for Channel and J for Joist or Junior. Then ISLC stands for Indian Standard Light Channel. ISMC stands for Indian Standard Medium Weight Channel. And ISMCP stands for Indian Standard Medium Weight Parallel Flange Channels. Next, question number 5. What are the different types of rolled steel T sections? So the rolled steel T sections are as follows. ISNT. NT stands for Indian Standard Normal T bar. So here IS means Indian Standard and capital T stands for T bars, and the third letter goes on changing. Next is ISHT. So here you please pay attention. ISHT means Indian standard wide flange T-bars, or these T-bars are made from the H sections, hence the naming is as ISHT. So here the letter H doesn't stand for heavy or anything else, so H stands for the wide flange T-bars, or the T-bars which are made from the H sections, okay. Next is ISLT, Indian Standard Light T-bars, and last one is ISJT, Indian Standard Junior T-bars. Question number 6. What are the different types of rolled steel angle section? The rolled steel angle sections are as follows. ISA, actually it stands for Indian Standard Equal or Unequal Angles. Though you please pay attention, earlier actually we used to tell ISEA. IS means Indian Standard, EA stands for Equal Angle. ISEA means Indian Standard Equal Angle. That means, for example, 100 by 100 by 10. So this is ISEA. And what is Indian Standard Unequal Angle? That is 100 by 75 by 10. That is ISA, unequal angle. But nowadays both equal and unequal, they are represented by ISA. And the last one is the Indian Standard Bulb Angle, that is ISBA. Next is question number 7. So this type of theory questions also asked, and if you see through any textbook, you will see that there are, they have written just 1 or 2 pages regarding this, because the purpose of a book is that you should learn it from depth, ins and outs. But as I have told you earlier, in this video my objective is how to write the answers in the question paper so that you get full marks. So here is question number 7. Discuss the suitability of different sections. Suppose 4 marks is there. So how much you are supposed to write? Or depending on that, 4 marks or 8 marks or 10 marks. So you can just squeeze it or expand it. For example, if you have asked for the discuss the suitability of different I sections. So where are the I sections used? They are used as beams and columns. But important thing about the I section is 80% of the bending moment is resisted by its flange, and the rest of the bending moment is resisted by wave. That means in case of a I section, flange carries 80% of the bending moment, but 95% of the shear force is resisted by wave. So you remember this thing about the I section, and two I sections, they in combination they may be also used as a column. Let us see another section, that is channel section. What is its suitability and use, where it can be used? Number 1, they can be used as beams and columns. They are also used in the bridge truss. They are also used as purlins in industrial buildings and employed as elements to resist the bending. The channel sections, they are also used as a member which are subjected to the axial compression in the shape of a built-up sections of 2 channels connected by lattices or batten plates or perforated cover plates. So this point number 4, please see my video on the column section. There I have discussed in detail what is lattice and what is batten plate. So channel sections are used over there. 5th point is the built-up channel sections are also used to resist axial tension in the form of cords of truss girder. Number 6 is MCP and MCP, as I have discussed the full form in my earlier slide, that and some heavier sections, they have also been developed for their intended use in the wagon building industry. So I have given some few points. Try to understand and memorize as much points you can is possible, and then you write it in exam. Next is the angle section. Let us see where it is used. They have great applications in the fabrications. There is used in construction elements for connecting beams to the columns and purlins to the cords of trusses in the capacity of beam seats, stiffening ribs and cleat angles. The bulb angles are also used in the ship buildings. You remember bulb angles means ISBA. So they are also used in ship buildings, and they also help to stiffen the outstanding leg when the angle is under compression. Here I want to take a pause and tell you that here may be many terms are may not be familiar to you, but I promise if when we end up the course of TOS 5, that is the steel structure, whatever is the terminology I have used in my slide, each and every term we will discuss in the respective topic. This video is of introduction, so here maybe few terms you are unfamiliar with, but with due course of time you will come to know. Let us discuss another 2-3 questions. For example, what are the different types of structural steel? So IS 226, it is used for the building bridges and transmission towers. IS 2062, they are used in building bridge, deck and crane. IS 961 is used, it is a high tensile corrosion resistant steel. Then question number 9, what is factor of safety? FOS. FOS is the factor of safety, which is the ratio between yield stress and working stress. Believe me, this formula you are going to remember, or you need it till the end of your career. So please remember, this is very, very important formula, factor of safety. Yield stress by working stress. Yield stress, or sometimes it is used as ultimate stress also. Okay, and working stress is also called as the allowable stress. So generally in steel structure we take the factor of safety as 2 to 3, like this. Last question, very basic. I think all of you know that what is the composition of steel. Steel actually, it has iron, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, silica, manganese, etc. And steel is an alloy. It is of nickel, molybdenum and vanadium. So that's all about the introduction lecture to the steel structure. Please see my next video on the rivet connection. First I have explained you about the theory. I have discussed about the theory of rivet connection, and then I have discussed the designing of the rivet connection. So there are 2 videos on my next topic, that is the rivet connection. And any query or any comment, please put it in my comment box, or you can mail me also at the given email address. Thank you.